The deuce of the day.
You log. Not a log. I don't have a log, but you know.
And our deuce of the day goes to the NCAA coaching spree of money. And here's the reason. I will say this. For all you fans out there that are sitting here and watching all these coaches make the money that they're making, just think about it. Kirby Smart is making $13.5 million a year. Dabo Swinney is making $11.5 million a year. Steve Sarkisian is making about $11 million a year. Lincoln Riley's making $10 million a year. Ryan Day is making $10 million a year. And now you see a guy that's never really coached college football in UNC, and that is Bill Belichick, making $10 million a year. This guy hasn't coached in over a year. The last time he coached college football was 40 years ago. And this guy just got $10 million from UNC. Now, the name stands out. Could be arguably the greatest coach of all time. The money that is going to these coaches is absolutely outrageous. Now, I understand because of the name and their recruiting and the ability to go after the big-time star. That's great. Nick Saban was making what? $14.5 million before he decided to step down and retire because he was so upset that the NIL deal was giving these players millions and millions of dollars. It's pathetic. It is really pathetic. The NCAA have to clean this up. And I don't know if they can, because you see it. I've heard in the grapevine, Jim Harbaugh. Jim Harbaugh was offered almost $15.5 million to stay over there in Michigan, and he decided to go and coach the LA Chargers. I always said LA Rams, but LA Chargers. It's a big problem right now for the NCAA. They're crying. These coaches are crying about what these players are making and the portal thing, and players can jump from one team to another. The big problem right now is where is all this money going? It's going into these coaches' pockets. I think that something needs to be done. The NCAA, the committee needs to look at this. There's no reason why Kirby Smart should be making $13 million. There's no reason why that Dabo Swinney should be making $11.5 million. This is a big problem right now when it comes to college football. What's going to be next? We're going to see the first. By the way, there was a basketball coach and you know, from UConn, was expecting in the offseason from UConn. I don't know how much they gave him, but they gave him a significant amount of money. I think it was like $12 million.
Yeah, but it was way less than what they were original, or what Kentucky was offering, and was way less than what the Lakers offered.
I mean, just look what he just got. I mean, Danny Hurley is making like $12.5 million as a basketball coach. And I'm sorry, as important it is to recruit, anybody can go and recruit. If you know how to speak to parents and sit down and tell the parents and sit down with them and say, listen, your kid's going to get a full scholarship. I'm going to take care of him. I'm going to make sure he goes to class. I'm going to make sure that he eats. I'm going to make sure that he goes to practice. I'm going to make sure that he wipes his own ass. Come on, guys. You're going to pay $13 million for that? What a crock of crap.
You're the coach as bad as John
What
Steyer
a
knows how to
crock
recruit.
of crap. That's all I'm going to say about that. So that, ladies and gentlemen, is my deuce of the day. What a crap. I am so tired of listening to these coaches bitch and moan. All they do is cry about these NIL deals. What these kids are making, 2.5. Caleb Williams made $5 million last year. Are you kidding me? Are you kidding me? Dabo, you're making $11.5 million. You finally have a team that made the tournament. You finally made it. When was the last time they actually went to a championship? Seriously.
19 when they beat Alabama with Trevor Lawrence.
Almost 6 years ago. 6 years ago, you're paying him $11.5 million with all these great recruiting classes? Are you on drugs? Give me a break. I think it's an absolute joke. Anyways, there you go, ladies and gentlemen. What a deuce. I definitely got to take a dump.